Okay, so John Mayer's just released this album, Sob Rock, and the first tune on the album that jumped out to me as something that I'd like to hear, and that sounds to me kind of cool. Jake sent it to me, Shot in the Dark, and we're in D major for this. So I just want to show you what I think is going on with some of the chords, and just talk through some of the bits. So the intro will just get straight into it. So I think the first chord is this here, but he's playing it strangely, I think. So it's a D triad. You might see some people say he's doing this, which he also might be doing in the electric guitar part, but what he's showing that he's doing on the acoustic guitar, where he's miming for the video, I think is this. So you look at his hand position and it looks a bit strange. So I think it's a D spread triad. So we've got a D, an A, and an F sharp in the top. And I think this finger is like this because he's just muting. So that's what I think is going on. I would play it personally like that. And there's other tunes where you can see him playing this triad. I think moving on and getting over, he plays an E triad like this. So I don't know quite what's going on. Maybe he's just figured a different way to play this. Or maybe I'm just totally wrong. But I think it's this D triad. And then an E minor 7. Back to this. E minor 7. B minor. A. G. So I've done another video talking about how he plays these triads with the bass note with the thumb over. So that's, I think, what happens there. So relatively simple when you take out the fact that he plays that like that. So I would play it like this. But I think he's doing this. Then the next cool section is this, where I was looking at his hand and my first instinct was that he's doing this for the pre-chorus, but I think actually the ring finger's just floating, and what you actually get is a G, a D, an E, and a B. A really nice chord, I think. So we got a G, a D, an E, and an A. So like a 9 and a 6. So a G adds 6 and 9. And that's the pre-chorus. And then I think for the chorus he ends up doing this kind of thing. So I think we end up with a G played down here, a D, an open D and an open G, then a D and then an F sharp in the top, and then an A for the chorus to a D. 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then the only other part of the tune, I think, is this part which goes like this. So this is for the kind of middle 8 section. And I think he's echoing what happens in the piano, so there's this descending figure. So I can't see what he's doing for the D, but I'm going to imagine it'll be something like this. And then I think same for the G. And then for the B minor he moves up to here. The A, the descending finger doesn't happen. So the descending figure, sorry, not the descending figure. So again we have a D with a G in the top and just descend, and then a G, and then a B minor up here with the 8th fret is where you're going to find that G, just like that. So relatively simple tune overall, I think, once you figure out what's going on with his fingers. So you've got that part, and then we got this part. And then chorus. So just again, I've just double checked with that solo part. So we go. I think something like that. So something like. Something like that. I'm just going to double check other bits that I've told you about. Just double checking with the chorus. I feel like he's floating this finger off, and I'm not sure if sometimes the E is ringing out or not, but we end up with this. That's my favourite part. So hopefully that was useful to 1 or 2 people. On my Patreon is where you'll be able to find the tab for this and the backing track. I'm going to put together a little intro now using some of those bits and pieces. Hopefully that was enjoyable in some way. I would encourage you to go and check out at least that tune, because I can recommend that one. That was a pretty cool tune. Catch you in another video soon. feel free to like and subscribe. Subscribe. Cheers.